Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Kate. If you're new here, I like to talk about all things luxury, specifically pre-loved luxury items, and I do a bit of commentary on this channel as well. So if those are things that you're into, feel free to subscribe and come and join our little luxurious family that we have here. We'd love to have you. Now today we are going to be talking about shoes. I feel like I haven't done a video dedicated to shoes in a long time. And shoes, designer shoes are one of the first things that I really got into. Before I had a bag collection, I had a shoe collection, and shoes have been very important to me for a long time. I have so many pairs of designer shoes. I will do a shoe video one day where I show all of them. I've done that before, but it was a long time ago and I did not have the collection that I have now. So I will do it one day, but for today, I want to talk about 10 designer pairs of shoes that I would not buy again, like never ever buy again. Some of these I feel more strongly about than others, and I will explain why, of course, for each and every one. But I wanted to do this video because I wanted to give you an idea of some things that may not be worth purchasing. Of course, at the end of the day, you're making your own decisions. If something is worth it to you, great. If I list off shoes that you absolutely love, then great. I hope that you don't have any shoes in your collection that you would never buy again. So that is great. However, I have experimented with enough shoes that I got some that, that I would not purchase again. So let's go ahead and get into the list. First up, and I know that these are on a lot of people's would never buy again list, these are the YSL Opyum sandal. These hurt. Now, I recently did a video on both TikTok and Instagram about how these shoes were so painful. And so many people agreed. People were telling their stories in the comments. People were upset with these shoes. And I understand why, because over the 4 years that I have had them, I have worn them one time. Wore them once to a rooftop party. And the only reason that I still own them is because my husband really likes these shoes. And at the time I just started dating him. That was one of the first parties that we went to together. And I wore these and he just loved them. And every time I've thought about selling them, he's like, no, don't sell them, don't sell them. And I'm like, okay, I could keep them in my collection. I might try to wear these for Valentine's Day because I know that we won't have to walk very far. We will see how it goes. But they're obviously a gorgeous shoe. That's why so many people bought them. They saw them on social media or they saw them on a friend. They saw them on somebody while they were out. Probably not while they were out though, because people don't really wear these out like that. And there's a reason. This strap on the front hurts so bad. It digs in. It just digs into the front of your foot so bad. Now, some people, including Shoe Gummy themselves, have recommended that I put a shoe gummy on the bottom. I actually have shoe gummies and I use them on my Christian Louboutin Just Nothings. It's because at the time that I bought them, I didn't have a cobbler to put the red sole on the bottom to protect them. So I went with a shoe gummy. The shoe gummies are kind of pricey. I'd be willing to try them on the shoe, but I just don't know how much they're actually going to help. So if anybody has tried a shoe gummy on these, let me know how it worked out. I wanted to mention these first because I know a lot of people feel the same way about them as I do. They are an absolutely gorgeous shoe. This heel is just stunning. But if they're not walkable, then they're just not worth buying another pair. It's just not worth it. It's not. And if you can walk in these and you can, wear these all night, good for you. And I'm jealous of you and I want to be like you one day. But I learned my lesson and I will not be buying these again, of course. Next up are some Christian Louboutins. And I am actually a huge Christian Louboutin fan. I have so many pairs and I like so many pairs of them. So I'm not a person that is against the red bottoms. I'm not against them at all. I know some of them are uncomfortable, but a lot of times I make it work, right? These are pretty comfortable. That's not the reason that I wouldn't buy them again. The reason I wouldn't buy them again is because they're missing a stone right here and they're missing like 3 stones, got a little bald, 4 stones, got a little bald patch over there. That is why I would not buy them again, because these crystals fall off. I wouldn't buy this pair again. I wouldn't buy more Christian Louboutin heels that have crystals on them. Now the old Christian Louboutin heels that had crystals on them. And I actually had a pair of these. And those crystals back in the day, I feel like they stayed on really well. I didn't have any missing. The shoes that I had were purchased pre-loved and they did not miss a single stone on those. But these newer ones, I don't know. Plus these are like $1,200 shoes. I didn't pay $1,200 for them. Luckily, I bought these from The Real. And I think I paid around $350 or so. So much better price. I like them. I like them a lot. I wear them. I do still wear these with the missing crystals, by the way. I mentioned these in a video that I did on Instagram and TikTok. And a lot of people assume that I don't wear them anymore. And they were like, oh, just get some crystals and glue them back on. I will once I have enough missing. Right now, you can't really tell when they're on my foot. So I'm not going to bother to do it now. But I do still wear these, of course. They are gorgeous. They are not uncomfortable. I can walk really far in these and I love them. But, I would do some without the crystals next time. Next up, we have the Chanel ballet flats. Now, I feel like aesthetically, I've seen some really well put together aesthetic pictures with these in them, and that's what made me want them. On Pinterest, these shoes in like the classic colors, not in this color specifically, but these shoes in like the classic beige and black, gorgeous. Love them. Love them, love them, love them. Now, when they're on foot, it's a different story. I just don't think that they're very flattering, and they're also not that comfortable. And a shoe needs to either be flattering or comfortable, and these to me are neither. This is actually my second pair of Chanel flats. The other pair that I had was too big and I sold them a long, long time ago. These I still have. I used to wear them more often than I do now. I don't think that I'll sell these because I do wear them occasionally. Every once in a while, there's an outfit and they go well with it. They just, don't make my feet look great. So I don't think that I will sell them, maybe one day, but I don't think I'll sell them. But I would not buy another pair. Like, you will not see me purchasing another pair of Chanel ballet flats. It is over for me. It's a wrap. And you may be like, oh, it's just the color that's the problem because you got the navy blue and the black ones. Yeah, my other ones are all black and I tend to wear a lot of black. I love black shoes, but they just didn't work out for me. It's sometimes you buy stuff and it just doesn't work out, and that's okay. If you love the Chanel ballet flats, more power to you. But for me, it's a no for me. It's a no. Now these, I feel like I'm going to need to explain a bit. These are the Pigalle Folies, right? And I mean this in a more general way of like, I don't want to buy more closed-toed Christian Louboutins that are patent leather because they have no room for like flexibility. There's just not a lot of give in them because of the patent leather and because they're closed toe. I love these shoes. They are hard to walk in. They're probably not as bad as the Socates. From what I hear, I've never tried on the Socates before. I've thought about it. I've thought about just challenging myself. There's something about a challenge, but they'd have to be buying them secondhand, amazing condition, and like half the retail price. Then I might try out the Socates, just for fun. We might just try them for fun, As far as being a practical shoe, these of course are not, but they are beautiful. They are great for pictures. Love taking pictures in these. I don't love wearing them out. I really don't wear them out a lot, honestly. I can walk in them. The Pigalle Folies are definitely not bad. Like, they won't have your knees shaking like people shake in the Socates, but you're not gonna be comfortable. And I know the point of a heel is not just to be comfortable, so I'm not mad about it. I just don't want to make a collection of these specific type of shoes. Now, if we had a regular leather that was not patent, then we'd have a little bit more give. Or if we had something that allows for a bit of release, like if you have a toe that is open, then that makes a shoe a lot more comfortable. I will say, I do want to go and try on the Christian Louboutin Miss Z's. If you haven't seen those, I feel like you go watch some videos about them. There's tons of videos on TikTok where people have gone to the store, tried them on, tried them out. They have a padded bottom and they have a like everlasting red sole. These are just a red rubber sole that was added and normally costs like $60 or so to get that added, but the new ones come with it. However, the Miss Z, I think it's like $100 more than their other shoes, so you could go to a cobbler and get it done, but the appealing part is that they have padding in the bottom, and they're supposed to be designed to be a much more comfortable shoe than like the Socate, for example, or the Pigalle Folies. And I would like to go and try those on. I saw online that they don't have my size in store right now. I have been considering ordering some, just trying them and see how it goes, see if I love them. And I've also seen that they do a version of the Miss Z's in a, like the Me Dolly kind of, I forget what it's called, but it's like the Miss Z Mule or something. Those are intriguing to me as well because I love the Me Dolly and I don't find them uncomfortable. But if they had like a little padding and they had an everlasting sole, that might be nice, So I might try those. I think if I were to go for one, I would probably go for those because they are open toe. But I encourage people to try the ones that are the closed toe patent leather ones. I feel like, why not try them out? They're Christian Louboutin's doing something a little bit different, and it seems like they're actually starting to care about the comfort of their customers, and that's pretty cool, so I support it. Next up, Chanel sneakers. Now, this is kind of a weird one because I do already have two pairs. I've had this pair for about 10 years now almost, and I've had this pair for maybe 4 or 5 years. I love these both. I wear both of these. These like are kind of getting a little tired looking because they're white and they get dirty so easily. But I do still wear both of these. I wear these more often than these ones. There's something about this like heel part and the material that it's made out of. It just rubs the back of my heel and it's really, really annoying. They just don't feel great. They're not soft on the inside. Like, how you're used to a sneaker being soft on the inside? They're not soft on the inside. They're like they're like rigid, and that's what I don't like about them. And for the price, I just wouldn't buy more pairs of them. If something happened to these, I would maybe replace them, maybe not, but I wouldn't buy more pairs on purpose, you know? But the aesthetic of this shoe is just unmatched. That's why I feel like it's worth it to have one pair, because the aesthetic of this shoe is just so good. It's so good. It's so pretty. As if I put on like an all black Lululemon fit with this, does it every time. It does it every time. And I just don't do it when I know I have to walk a long way. But when I do pull these out, I gotta say, I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good. My heels might hurt a little bit, might get a little blister, but I feel good. The next one's kind of funny because I do also have 2 pairs of these, and I will say that I love them. I love that I have them. They are very special to me. The Chanel slingbacks are a classic. I do find them flattering. I think that they go with a lot of outfits. They're very pretty and they're very like sophisticated and classy. And I feel like now, I bought these probably like 5 years ago, 4 years ago, and I didn't really wear them very much up until this last year. I feel like my style now goes with these a lot better, so I'm glad that I bought them when I did. The reason that I wouldn't buy them again, like they're okay comfort-wise. Like they're not terrible. They're more comfortable than the Chanel ballet flats to me, but they're not terrible. But the reason that I wouldn't buy these again is the price. For the price these days, even on the pre-loved market, these are like over $1,000 a lot of times. And I just don't think that they're worth that. I just don't. I think that once we get to the $1,000 range in shoes, like you gotta be a pretty good shoe. I bought each of these probably for around $600 or so. Maybe, I think I paid $800 for these and $600 for these. And that was around the time where I had a pretty bad shopping problem. So like, of course I bought them. And I'm kind of glad I did. Like they were irresponsible choices because that's a lot of money for these pre-loved. But I'm glad that I have them now because, you know, they go with my outfits. I like them. But I would just choose a different slingback if I didn't have these. I would just choose a different one. I would choose a different shoe that looks kind of like this. I just don't think that they're worth it for the amount of money. Like they don't necessarily feel like super premium materials. It feels like I could get another shoe that is similar enough to this for like $100 and be totally fine with it. But like I said, I'm glad that I have these. I do like them. I wear them quite often, but I would not buy a third pair. And if something happened to these, I probably wouldn't replace them, to be honest. I would replace them with a pair that was like $100. Yo, these are dirty. Okay, I need to clean all my shoes. Like normally when I do a shoe video, I just like plan to wash my hands after because I'm touching the bottoms of shoes constantly. But I need to clean my hands and I need to clean the shoes, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little tired today. You know, I'm trying my best out here. I'm just trying my best. Next up, this is a shoe that I really wanted to like because I like the regular Gucci loafers so much, but the Gucci loafers that don't have a back to them, it's like they're trying to push my foot out. And I don't know if it's just the shape of my foot or how I walk or something, because I know a lot of people really like these shoes, but I find myself not wearing these very often just because like they're just not that comfortable for my foot. I feel like I am constantly trying to like keep them on, or like my foot wants to like push them off. I learned after I bought these that I don't really like shoes that slide on and have a closed toe. They're just not for me, I don't think, and I don't know. I don't know if anybody else feels that way or if this is kind of a specific opinion or if it's like my feet, like I said, but I wear them. I've had these for 5 years. I wear them and I like the way that they look, but I just don't reach for them that often anymore, and I would not replace them if something happened to them, and I would not buy a second pair. I would 1000% buy another pair of the regular Gucci loafers. I already want another pair. I love the regular Gucci loafers, but these ones, I'm just not as much of a fan of. I'm just not as much of a fan of them. Like I said, if you love these, if these are your jam, good for you. And more power to you, because I wish that they were mine. They're just not for me. I don't know. They're just not for me. These last ones are honestly just kind of a funny one because I don't think that anybody is running out to buy these right now. And I don't think I'm like changing anybody's mind on these. But these are my Christian Louboutin boots. They are very, very high, and I just don't think that I realized that I'm not like that comfortable in a platform super, super high heel. And, you know, I was like, this will be great. These will be wonderful. I'm gonna put one of these down. They're kind of heavy. And the strings are really long. Like the strings are like really, really long. Okay, I have worn these, of course. I have worn them They look pretty cool on, honestly, but I just don't find a chance to wear them all that often. I wish I would have bought a more practical boot. And lacing these things up, because you have to like, you don't have to unlace them is the thing, but they don't stay like by themselves usually. Like, so if I put them in a bag for a while, like in a dust bag for a while, and then I go wear them, I still gotta like lace this part up, make it look good. But there's a zipper on the other side, so you're not like actually lacing them. And honestly, they're just so high, like they're so high. I don't know, something about being this high up in these boots just doesn't feel great to me. I'm also like not that stable in these. And I'm usually pretty good with boots. I'm usually pretty good with heels in general. I think that these also require me to be in like a certain mood to wear them, because like you really need to be full out confidence. Like you need to have all the confidence with you. You need to rock these if you're gonna wear them. And sometimes I just want to wear something. Sometimes I just want to look cute. Sometimes I just want to look good. But sometimes I rarely find the occasion where I'm like, it's time to put these Christian Louboutin boots on. It is time. Hopefully one day, you know, I'm going to keep them. I like them. I am going to challenge myself to wear these this year. I did not wear them at all last year. I'm going to challenge myself to wear these this year though. I've had them for also probably like 4 or 5 years. And I'm going to try, because I feel like I could put together like a fire outfit with these. Maybe that will make me feel differently about them. I wouldn't buy them again, obviously, but you know, now that I have them, might as well do something with them, you know? They are pretty cool boots, so that's why I wouldn't sell them, but like I should just wear them more often, and maybe I'll get used to them, maybe I'll like them more. Those are all of the shoes that I wanted to talk about. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If there's anything that you want to know more about, just let me know. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this one. Also, if you want to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, my name is the same on both. It's Kate Swan. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.